bit late. It's 8:32 in the evening. I went live this morning. I only went live for about 30 minutes. There were only me and Mr. P chatting in the chat. So I says, well, I can chat. We aren't going live to you. So basically, that's what I did. So yeah. Hasn't it come on yet? It's probably the lag in the... I've got the one viewer. You might be on the wrong one.
That's why I said it's still going on this one.
Yeah, it's got a thumbnail on it, and it said, "Let's try again." And it's a knock on it. It says.
Wrong room.
Oh dear! Oh, I've got 4 watch. Hiya, Bella. I'm laughing because I sort of did. I sort of set it up earlier on, and then I thought, I know, I'll create a thumbnail and everything for it. And Chris and somebody else is waiting in wrong street. Oh dear, hi, Ghostman Paranormal. Sorry about me laughing, but
I'm waiting, sir. He's not coming on.
I've
only got an ad by now.
It's all right, Keith. I'm sorry, let's excuse me. Oh dear. Hi, George. I'm sorry about the laughing. It's all right. I set one up earlier on, and then I had the option to like create a thumbnail and everything for it. And I was only just asking him, funnily enough, about how do I delete the one from earlier on. I mean, you thought he would have sort of got the message when I were asking him, hiya, Ray. Oh, it's Amy. But yeah, you know, you thought it'd have got the message when I says to him, how do you delete it? A stream. Oh dear. But that's what I'm laughing at. Yeah, he'd have been sat there waiting till cars come home, waiting in that one. It's all right, we've got Lakio.
Hello.
Keith wants to know how you got on at college.
Good.
Yeah, good. He had a little bit of a mishap today when he was cutting apples. What did you cut your finger, or did you
grazed it?
Oh, we grazed.
But it was bleeding. But...
Yeah. So you know, I mean,
George is in best behaviour. He might lob a grenade at you.
So yes, he's only like in the induction phase, and he's had a mishap already. So same as I said, that's your chef life. You know, before you're done, you're probably going to have a trip to A&E and. So that has made my day, Bella. Laugh. I mean, I know I'm laughing at. Keith says, "Hiya, Julia Eagle." I know I'm laughing at Chris's expense, but I ain't laughed that hard. I haven't laughed that hard and that long in ages. You know what I mean? It's you know.
Waiting, knock room.
It's all right, Callum. I'll explain to you, but I've explained to everybody. I set a stream up earlier on, and then I did one where I created my own thumbnail and everything. And I just says to your dad, how do I delete that one? So you thought you'd sort of put 2 and 2 together and realised I wanted to delete that one.
But you had deleted it, but still dear.
I know, because I didn't know how to delete it. That's why I'm asking you. It's all right. I'm just explaining to Callum. Even Keith says I can't.
Not yet, George. I can't stop laughing.
Yeah, I would just say even Keith says he can't stop laughing. I mean, you know, I've laughed that much that my eyes is watering. I can't stop laughing. Oh dear, you'd had it wrong live stream. Let's just put it that way, Callum. Oh, well, it's boom, and we're gone. So yeah. Yeah, same as I say. I'm still laughing when he's put knock knock who's there, no fecker.
Fucking out he'll be trying to be somewhere.
Oh dear. But hey, not to worry. We've got time watching at the moment. Oh dear.
No, can't wood.
Well, in your case, yeah.
This is key. I can do this off camera.
I know. If you were wondering, he's giving it a few hand signals, and that, but I not tell you what. Oh, feckaroo. Well, we're having a laugh, Ghostman Paranormal, because as I was saying earlier on, I set another live stream up earlier on, but then I went into the control room and did like my own thumbnail and everything for it. And I said before I actually went live, do I delete the one that I did earlier on? Hiya, Lucy, how are you? It's all right, we've been having a right laugh, Lucy. Oh dear. It's all right. I set one up for earlier. I set one up for earlier on, and then sort of I went and done my own thumbnail and everything. And Chris says, I says to him like 2-3 minutes before I started, do I delete this other one? Hiya, Baz, how are you? It says Chris, you muppet. So basically, Chris and Karate Joe were in the other live stream waiting for me to go live, and then he was saying, "Oh, you ain't gone live yet," and I sort of like been live 5 minutes. So yeah, you know, we were just laughing about that. In fact, I've laughed that much, Lucy, that my eyes is running like a tap. So yeah, you know, we're having a right laugh about it. George says, "Can you do your lives at night now, Jeanette? Because I can't come in during the day because I'm at school." Well, yeah, I mean, I suppose I could. Yeah, you know, I mean, if we've got nothing else, you know, happening. So, but yeah, and let me just say to Lucy, when I came into your live stream and I said, "So my live streams is boring," I only meant it as a joke. I didn't mean it seriously. You know, I thought I'd offended you when I said that, so I didn't mean to offend you, and I were only joking. So I just wanted to, you know, I just wanted to, you know, say that to Lucy. No, I didn't, you know, I didn't mean it nastily or anything. I just meant it as a joke, you know. Yes, he got married on Saturday. It looked like they had a lovely day for it. I think he's been nervous about the whole, you know, like moving to America thing. I think you know, he's excited at the new adventure, but I also think a little bit of him is homesick as well. So yeah, you know, I mean, even he admitted this. Yeah. I mean, when I come in and I said that, it sort of wait till after I typed it in. I thought, oh God, I hope she don't take it wrong way, You know what I mean? I didn't sort of mean it to sound how it sounded, if you know what I mean. I were only joking. So, so yeah. I mean, if anybody wants to have an invite, just let me know. And yeah, and I think, yeah, you know, I think it's mixed emotions. It's the whole like moving to another country. I think, you know, there's an English fella at heart, and I think you know, but the longer he's there, I mean, he's got a lovely husband and everything. You know, but Carl's a sort of that temperament. You know, you can understand him being homesick. You know what I mean? That's, you know. So so yeah. So I mean, if anybody wants to come up, just let me know. And yeah. But you see, this is you know, what I wanted to say in the chat was sometimes you have to be a bit careful as to the titles, if you know what I mean, because there's bound to be some people out there that get offended. So it's like, and funny thing is, nearly every one of my live streams that I do, the minute I shut it down, because I'm monetized, every single one, I don't know whether it's somebody's complaining or what it is, but the minute I shut it down, I'm getting not suitable for advertisers or most advertisers, and you have to ask for a manual review. You know what I mean? And it's like nearly every single live stream that I'm doing, and it's like you sit there day in, day out thinking, now what can I put as my title that's not going to offend somebody, or somebody's not going to, you know, I don't know. It's a case of, now you sit there scratching your head thinking, what can I put as my title? And but it don't matter. It don't matter what you put as your title. Experiences taught me that if somebody's going to complain, they're going to complain, whatever. You know, no doubt, you know, I'll probably have the same as soon as I've shut this stream down. And the stream that I did this morning was basically a tribute because it's 9/11. So, you know what I mean? How can anybody not like that? You know, I was doing it in tribute to this day 18 years ago. So, you know, but same as I keep saying, you know, it's like everything else. You've got people out there that don't like you. I'm not going to change myself for anybody. I'm just going to keep being the person I am. I'm not going to change for anybody. If you don't like it, then that's all well and good. You know what I mean? I can't see any point in you know, changing for anybody. So you know, but same as we've said, you know, I mean, the title of this morning's stream was "Let Us Not Forget." You know what I mean? I mean, what is the wrong with that title? But the minute I closed it down, I've got not suitable for limited ads or whatever, I forgot. But you can ask for a manual review, and 9 times out of 10, it comes back after reviewing it. It's okay for ad. You know what I mean? But this is what you've got to put up with when you monetize. You know. So. And Mr. P and Mr. Baz Burton are talking football. So,
Well, I can't talk to Bella about football because it's only West Ham.
it's all right. Ghostman says some big YouTubers can film a turd still. We see this is it. This is it. And same as I said to Lucy as well earlier on in her live stream, everybody has to start somewhere. Even these that's got millions and millions of supporters, they all started at zero, like every single one of us. You know, all the, you know, big YouTubers had to start somewhere, and they all started at zero, same as we did. Oh, you're going to make a drink, are you, Bella? I've still got my coffee.
I've drank mine.
Well, I'm too busy rabbiting on and Keith's filling his glass up as well. He says, I'm having a whiskey and dry ginger.
I'll be there in 5, Keith.
Yeah. What, 5 hours?
Yeah.
So, for anybody that's interested, by the way, I did film a baking vlog yesterday. It will be published tomorrow because we had to do the green screen and everything today. But how can I put it? In the last month or so, I've had three mixers and I've burnt them all out. I'm just saying. So basically, the one that I did yesterday, I had to do by hand with a balloon whisk and whatever. Oh, it's Ray Ray. This is Ray Ray. We love your guys, my setting channel.
Oh, Ray Ray. Just watched your video. Walking in a thing and calling out ghosts.
I'll just yeah. So I don't know whether I'm sort of like overusing it or what. I don't know, Lucy. Baby Anta, I've had three hand mixers in the last month, and same as I say, I obviously, you know, we don't get paid till the weekend, so we can't afford to get one till the weekend. And funny thing is, it was when what were I making?
I don't know.
Weren't it when I were making that blueberry lemon tray bake?
So.
I were mixing the icing for on top, and it's the beater started making a funny noise, so I stopped it, and it were like, it's like the motors, I don't know where, you know. But funny thing is, Lucy, I mean, I had I know we're talking, I had a Cookworks one for ages and ages and ages. Never had a problem with it. And then something went wrong with that. Now, I ordered one off at Amazon for about 15 quid. First time I used it, that one burnt out. So then I thought, well, I'll go a bit more upmarket, and I bought Murphy Richards out of Argos. I have had that one a bit longer. I've had that about 4 or 5 weeks, haven't I?
Yeah.
Now that one's given up now, so I've got to have another one. You see, I have got one of the big stand mixers, but they're so big and bulky, and like Chris films with the Osmo, you know, it's a case of you can't get as good a view as you can.
Hey, Craig's is in.
Hey, Craig's, how are you? So yeah, you know, and me and Chris were looking at his AdSense today, like EGS Super Chat and everything, and I've actually got more than Chris has this time. So you know, in a few months' time, you know, when I eventually, well, when I say it might be about Christmas now, by the time I get to me, because you have to get to a £60 threshold. So next time I get to my £60 threshold, I'm going to buy a decent one, you know, not a $14.99 one out at Argos. But same as I say, I've got the big stand mixer. Chris, not last Christmas before, weren't it?
Mm-hmm.
Chris bought me a big one, a big stand mixer, not last Christmas before. But there's so much faffing about with it. And another thing as well is the bowl stainless steel. You can be my bodyguard. So yeah, you know, when I says to Chris, I says, well, next time I reach me, you know, the threshold, I says, instead of sort of, you know, buying these cheap hand mixers, because obviously, let's face it, they do have a lot of, you know, I'm probably doing like 2 or 3 vlogs a week, baking vlogs, and when you're doing things like that, they do get quite a bit of, you know, a bit of welly, let's just say. So but the thing is, I mean, I don't know whether you guys has noticed, but you know, the tray bait thing, the tin that I use, that is one of the most expensive things that I bought, because it is actually a professional tray bait tin. Hiya, Thomas, how are you? Well, I'll tell you, I'll let you into a secret now, Keith. I filmed a vlog yesterday, and it's what's it called? Fudge cake bars, and it's like a sponge with white chocolate inside it. Chocolate. Well, this is going to make you laugh. I'm going to make you laugh again now. It's like sponge with white chocolate in the cake mix, and then you make like a chocolate icing, and then you sprinkle fudge pieces on top. So anyway, Chris and Callum tried it last night, and our Callum's going, oh, what's these bits on top? I says, the fudge chunks. So he says, is this chocolate spread on top of it? Well, me and Chris absolutely were rolling. He thought I'd spread chocolate spread all on this cake, and it weren't. It were like icy sugar, melted butter, and cocoa.
Dennis is in. He says that I interrupted.
Yeah, yeah. Dennis, and we were sort of filming vlog, and then Dennis just messaging me on WhatsApp, and he's saying something about, I've lost Chris's phone number, and I says, you're interrupting filming. Oh dear.
You're supposed to be ringing me today, and all of it ever.
Think I should be on Callum's course? No. I don't think they'd take too kindly to me sitting down all while, Keith. You know, Callum were moaning today because he'd been on his feet 2.5 hours, and I says, well, put it this way. I says, when you're a chef, I says, you're going to be on your feet a lot longer than that. So, and in fact, I was talking to Keith beforehand, and we're having a laugh because it's like part time, and his course, the only full day that he does from 9 a.m. till 4:15 is a Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, it finishes at lunchtime, and he don't go in at all on a Friday. So yeah. So he don't even have to go in on a Friday, but Monday is the only day that is actually in for a full day. Yeah, and this is what I've told him, Thomas. I says, think when you've done your training, I says, and you actually get a job as a chef, I says, you're on your feet all the time, and he's moaning because he's been, well, I know why he were moaning, because Chris dropped him off, but he had to walk home, and he actually, we're having like a three-way conversation. I was talking to Chris on mobile, and obviously Callum had rung me on the mobile, and obviously it were engaged, so we rang the arse phone. So I've got arse phone. I'll show you what I was doing. I got arse phone in this hand, and then I got my mobile like this, and I were facing on each other, so Chris could hear what Callum was saying, and Callum could hear what Chris was saying. So so yeah, I were like having a three-way conversation, two phones in my hand, and he wanted to know if Chris were going to go and pick him up, and he says, well, I says, well, he's out at the moment. I says, plus on the way back, I says, he's calling at the doctor's for his prescription. Ah, well, that's where you're wrong, Keith. That's where you're wrong. It can make coffees and do toast as well. So, yeah, he does his own toast. He makes his own coffee. He started drinking coffees. He even makes us coffees in the microwave, you know, the milky coffees.
Albeit on times, I
mean, I must admit, because you see, Chris, when Chris was teaching him how to do it, he was just going on assumption that it was like for two cups. And he made us all one the other day, me, Chris, and himself. And yeah, he's great. He started college yesterday. He's doing catering and hospitality. So obviously it's like a 3-year course, but I was telling Keith earlier on, you do 1 year and then, you know, you decide whether or not you like it. It's like a level entry. So it's initially for a year. And then if you want to carry on, you sign up for another year, and so on and so forth.
As he has whiskey.
No.
It'll do.
Hiya, Steve. How are you? I've gone live at this time because I know either Steve or Mark will be going live a bit later on. So hence the reason why I've gone live at this time. As everybody knows, I don't normally go live at this time, but I went live this morning. I was a bit disheartened. I had a bit of a rant in the group saying, you know, is it worth doing live streams anymore? Which I'm sure, you know, we've cooked hamburgers in the microwave before. But you see, the thing is, Ray, the fact of the matter is, we've been too soft on Callum. We've been letting him, instead of teaching him how to be a bit more independent, we've sort of been doing everything for him, doing him his toast and blah blah blah. And you know, if it's sort of lad that if he knows he can get away with you doing it, he's going to let you. So yeah. Oh, is it on Mark's channel tonight? That because I said to Chris, I says I know Steve, or you know, I can't remember who had done it last week. I've been to bed since then. Mm-hmm. So I says I can't remember whether it's Mark's channel this week or whether it's Steve's channel. I says, but I'll go live about 8:30. You know, and that way when you'll go live, you know. So same as I say, I were in one of them moods this morning. I were a bit disheartened about it. I had a rant in the Facebook group. You know, is it worth going live anymore? You know, there were only like 2 people in, and both of them were Chris. Way, Steve's hit 1K.
Hey, that's right.
Hey, we've got Ian Matthews. He says, what are you doing up past your bedtime? Oh dear. Congratulations, Steve.
Well done, mate.
So yeah, I mean, bedtime. This is early for us.
Still up at 1.
I'm going to say most nights it's either midnight or after.
Oh, good night, everybody.
And recently Lucy's hit 1K as well.
Yay.
So, you know, double celebration, Lucy at 1K as well. So yeah, I mean, congratulations to Lucy and Steve. It's all downhill from here, I'm afraid. yeah, and it were a case of I used to do the coffee morning. I used to go live about 10 o'clock. At one point, I was going live every morning. I was finding that we're getting a bit too much, so I cut it down to 3 days a week. I think everybody's same. You know, they're not getting yo man in the back, and congratulations to the folk that it with 1K. But yeah, you know, it's finding a happy medium, really. You know, same as I say, I cut it down to 3 days a week because I was finding like going live at 10 o'clock every morning, 5 days a week. You know, it was taking its toll on me. So then I decided I'll change it up a bit. I'll start going live a bit later, which is, you know, and that was hence the reason for me rant this morning, were because, you know, how can I explain it? I just felt in one of them moods where, oh, you know, why do I bother? You know what I mean? Is it worth it? Wait till you see how I got up, you won't. Oh dear. Yeah, I watched that as well. Oh, I said to Chris while we're watching it, Thomas, and I said, well, that's one way of getting down anyway. Basically, went down on his bum. Oh dear. But yeah, you know, I mean, it was just me venting this morning, and you know, and you know, I want to thank people that message me, or you know, or put in the group, you know, don't give up, you know, carry on, and this, that, and other. You know, it makes you feel appreciated more. You know what I mean? Oh dear. But yeah, you know, it was just me venting and ranting, or whatever you want to call it. You know, and I think at some point, you know, I think everybody gets a bit disheartened. You know what I mean? I think we've all gone through that, where you think, oh well, you know, is it really worth it? Should I carry on? What, you know, what should I do? Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? But I mean, same as that. I mean, me and Chris sat down and I kept saying, well, I think if I gave up YouTube altogether, I'd miss people too much. I like to catch up on what people have been doing, you know, I mean, you know, it's, and believe me when I say this, we've made a lot of really good friends, since we've both been doing YouTube. And I think that if we were to give up and throw our hands in air and say, well, look, you know, that's it, I'm done, sort of thing, I think I'd miss it too much, because it's a way of it's a way of keeping in touch with your friends, what they've been up to, blah blah. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, I mean, I think we all go through these phases where we think, you know, well, it's only YouTube, and why do we put ourselves through this? And you know, you go through a whole lot of emotions. You know what I mean? And you know, it was just one of them days. It was just one of them days this morning. You feel, you know, I mean, I'm sure everybody will agree. Oh, thank you, Steve. Same as I say, we've had fun, Steve, when we've met up. You know, I mean, if it weren't for YouTube, you know, we've met, you know, some that we haven't met in person, but a lot that we have met in person. And same as we've said, we've made some really good friends while we've both been doing YouTube. Yeah, Ray says I would never have knew you guys.
Exactly.
Well, we're just talking about being disheartened, and you know, I felt so disheartened this morning. You know, I had a bit of a rant on the group, but same as I said, if it weren't for YouTube, Bella, I wouldn't have met you. I wouldn't have met Keith. I wouldn't have met Gail. You know, Ray, Dennis, Steve. You know what I mean? Thomas, and you know what I mean. I have only ever had one piece of the lemon drizzle. Oops. It's all right. I got the gist of that one, Thomas.
And a good piece up there, Chris. That's why I don't get invited anywhere. If he comes to pictures, just bring a whiskey.
But the thing is, Keith, same as I say, I mean, when we went to bed that night after we'd done the live stream where you were both pissed as, you know, Chris says, when we went to bed that night, he says, I haven't been this drunk in a long while. He says, actually, he says, it was last time we come here. I says, well, if you can't let your hair down once in a while, you know. But it's there, you know, it's there, you know, if you can't let your hair down, it's same as I say, it's not very often Keith gets like that, it's not very often Chris gets like that, and I definitely don't. But yeah, you know, I mean, same as I said, it's I'm laughing it only takes Eagle VP half a lager shandy in his anyone's. Oh dear. Oh dear me. We've had a right laugh tonight. What with Chris going in wrong live stream. You missed that.
Watching here, well, there's two waiting.
You missed that one, Steve. I'll explain again. I set a live stream up earlier on, but then I went into the creator studio or whatever you call it, and it let you do your own thumbnail and all this, that, and all. I thought, oh, I'll do that. So I'd actually made 2 live streams scheduled. So actually about 5 minutes before I went live, and I says to Chris, I says, how do you get rid of this one that I did earlier on? Because I've created my own thumbnail, blah, blah, blah. And they were trying to talk me through how to get shut of it, but I didn't manage. And I says, oh, I'll do it afterwards. So I went live and I'm talking away, and Chris says, it's not showing up as you're live here yet. And they were actually in other room, and there was somebody else in with him waiting. And I'm talking away on here, and he's in other live stream waiting. So actually, are you getting off, Bella? Or what time is it? 9:15. Yeah, it's about 4 hours, isn't it? Or more, 4.5. But you see, this is, I mean, we're talking about like, I don't know whether you've noticed, there's been a lot of talk about abbreviating. It don't actually give you your like proper. Yeah, it does but only you can see them though, can't you? Like on mine, it says 1.52k. It doesn't let everyone know exactly how many you've got, but only the person whose channel it is. Right, it's he doesn't get boarded. But yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of changes afoot. I mean, obviously they did away with the Google Hangouts. So everybody's sort of either using Zoom or StreamYards. I'm using the StreamYards because it's simplicity. Oh.
Steve, Keith's going to be around in 10 minutes if he's ordering a kebab. Well, it says about 4 or 5 hours depending on traffic.
Yeah. Are you setting off early, Bella, or are you, where you're going to... Hey, that's my catchphrase, Steve. But yeah, I mean, I think Karate Joe's Fight Right live stream.
Even in the face, they can play karate on me. No, I'm not kicked out yet, mate.
No, he's still here. He's still in the corner. But yeah, it's eventually found his way here.
I can see your subscribers count as well.
Well, you see, when I go onto my page, it just says 1.52k, but it don't actually show you the amount of subscribers.
No, 1,264 or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't sound like that.
So it's
about 7:30.
Setting off about 7:30.
Oh, in the morning.
Yeah, I says, what time you setting off? But I don't know whether, I mean, it's like when you go on YouTube, when you go on your own channel, where it says the subscribe bar, it says 1.52k. So, but you can obviously in the left hand corner, you can see the true amount, because it says like however many you've got, and then how many views you've had and whatnot. I like evenings for live streams. Well, I'll probably start doing live streams at night then. So yeah, it says, yeah, YouTube has updated the subscriber view when visiting channels. No, what? Well, you see, this is it, Steve. 1 minute it were there, and then you logged it next day, and it had all changed. You can get drunk. But the thing is, I mean, there's a new ad come on the television about you're more susceptible to breast cancer if you drink. And it says, please take at least one night off from drinking. I says, well, that's me out of equation then. That's just because last time I had a drink when I went to Keys, and I bought 4 Smirnoff Ice and Callum had 2 of them. So you know what I mean? Some as I say, I bought myself 4 Smirnoff Ice and Callum had 2. So, but it's like everything else, one time raw eggs were bad for you, beef were bad for you, mayonnaise were bad. You know what I mean? Is it? So Mr. P belongs on top of the train. So yeah. But I mean, I did sort of ask for people's input earlier on, and I says, which do you think's best? Mornings, afternoons, evenings? And George says, oh well, during the day I'm at school, and obviously there's this time difference with the time difference between us and the USA, and so yeah, it's I'll try doing evenings. I've had a good response tonight.
CCTV user.
I a CCTV user. I didn't say it was. It would be moving. So right, CCTV user. I went live earlier on. Well, at about 1:45. They were only Chris in, and he ran by 2:00. So me and Chris were like basically talking to each other, and I says, well, I may as well close this down because I can sit and talk to you anyway. We are sort of going live, Sent. Oh, right. This is what makes me laugh as well. I mean, you're going to laugh about this. It's they send you an email to say you're live, as if you don't know you're live. You know what I mean? And I says to Chris, I says, obviously you're live yourself, don't you? But they send you an email saying that you're live. Nice recipe. So yeah, it's ooh, that looks interesting. Do you want me to forward it to you, or has he sent it you?
Yeah, sure. No, I've not sent it. Oh yes.
Oh, I was just about to send it you.
Have a butchie. Oh, where's that?
So yeah.
You walked it all along there, lad. Damn.
I started this stream, then went to get a coffee. Heard you say I wouldn't have met all these people if it hadn't been for YouTube. I should have. You would have. I don't get that.
I started this stream, then went to get a coffee. Heard you say I wouldn't have met all these people if I hadn't been for YouTube. I should have. You wouldn't have met me either. You something. But hello, you sexy beast. Call me beautiful beast.
But yeah, same as I was saying, we've met Steve, we've met Lauren, we've met Craigs and Angie, we've met Keith and Pat, Bella and Baz. Have you ever made 2 weeks old cake? No. Oh, I shouted. I shouted you wouldn't have met me either, you
No.
biatch. Oh dear. Yeah, I get what you mean now, but so yeah, I mean, same as I've said, we've met lots in person. Hey, we've got Tammy in as well.
Hello, Tammy.
And this is the beauty of YouTube. Such as Tammy, Eagle, VP, CCTV user, Ray. Yeah, we've not actually met in person, but we class like Tammy and Ray as good friends. You know what I mean? And if it worked for YouTube, we wouldn't have met none of you. Don't forget. But this is the thing. I mean, when did it go live? Monday. We got on about we were doing like different. I had Crimson on panel, and we were talking about different dialects and different, like different.
I have a picture.
I better throw darts at it. but yeah, it's Craig's put, is there such a thing as
I didn't really see.
Oh dear.
Listen, I can't help having a body like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Truth of the matter is, Bella, I mean, we've got a lot of like photos in frames in our bedroom. I go around turning them all around at night, so I don't wake up staring in his mush. No, I'm only joking.
Oh, no.
He's put he.
I've got a photo of it on my car. That's all right. Better I just use your photo. Where's the bog roll?
But yeah, I mean, it's same as I say. We wouldn't be here now. We wouldn't be having the laughs. We're on about Monday's live stream. We were on about different sort of, like you've got Scotland, Wales. Bella's a proper Cockney. You know what I mean? And there's like different sort of. I come from Nottinghamshire, but I sound a lot like Chris because he's from Yorkshire. So. And then I says something about Gail, and I says, actually Gail's Welsh. And Crimson has known Gail all these years and didn't actually know she were Welsh. Crimson didn't even know originally Gail were Welsh. I said, well, surely you've heard her talking like Welsh and this, that, and other. Just waiting. Oh, God, Bennett, you don't want to see that, CCTV user. He says he's just waiting at. Oh, Gordon Bennett. No. Oh, dear me.
Wait till you see September.
I love him to bits, don't get me wrong, but
I hope Christmas Eve is a bit revealing.
What?
On the calendar.
The less said about that, the better. They're all going to be saying, what are you talking about now?
Tammy's changing subject.
Yeah. Well, I actually baked something yesterday, Tammy, but it hasn't been uploaded. Fudge. What were it? Fudge cake. What?
I forget that.
I know. I keep forgetting what it's called.
It's a fudge cake.
Yeah, fudge cake. Fudge cake bars or something. It's called. Yeah, I've gone past it. Yeah, fudge cake bars. That's basically what I made yesterday. So.
There's the pictures. There's that picture.
Oh dear. What when he did that thing with that face going about not so long back. Okay then, Thomas, thank you for coming in.
See you, Thomas.
But yeah, there was that thing not so long back where they did a thing about what you look like when you think, and that's what. Yeah. So anyway, this is what I made yesterday. I live in the Appalachian Mountains. Oh, I bet that's nice.
Drone footage.
That's what I made yesterday. I made fudge cake bars. So yeah, but I had to do it the old-fashioned way with my balloon whisk because I keep burning me like hand mixers out. So Chris better get on the ball. But so it is edited and everything, and hey, we've got Kate in as well.
Hello, Miss Inquisitive Moments, Kate.
So yeah, so I had to do it the old-fashioned way and do it with the balloon whisk. That one that I filmed that yesterday. It's all edited and everything. And Chris had said to me, "Do you want it uploading today?" And I says, "No, save it and we'll upload it tomorrow." A Benefit bunch, yeah. So, but I sat there today and I says, I'm going to be, I'll do another one tomorrow, and that sort of can be uploaded at the weekend. What did I say? Traditional gingerbread. And it's like a, in a loaf, if you know what I mean. Yes, Morocco, Israel, and Spain. Oh. But yeah, so until the weekend, until I can get another hand mixer, because I've gone through 3 in about 6 weeks.
Don't let him eat any until he does the work.
But the thing is, Tammy, because when I made that fudge cake bars yesterday, I had to use the balloon whisk to make to. Anyway, so I did the sponge bit, and I put the you put white chocolate chunks in it, and I says, only trouble with this is, I says, it makes your arm ache. So so anyway, it does no more after it's like sort of stopped filming that bit. He says to me, he says, "Get me." So I passed it over to him, and he's there like this with balloon whisk, and bless him, he was stirring it for me. So it does have his uses. So yeah, so I mean, don't get me wrong, it weren't the ex used to wear a sex toys hat every week. But you know, it's because I'm a baker, I'm using it all the time. You know, and when I'm not using it, you know, we does the mashed potatoes and everything with it, and I'm banning you from using it, that's why. So it's because you using it that's the reason why it's burning out. Oh wait, you will never do it if she thinks she's gonna whoop you. But yeah, you know, I mean, I do everything else, Tammy. I mean, I bake, I do the vlogs. Chris films it on the Osmo. The only thing I don't do, which I keep getting like to learn, is the editing. I do the thumbnails. I'm getting quite good at the thumbnails. I do the description. You know, I do everything else. Yeah, you see, I went live on Monday, CCTV user, and we had Crimson on panel. Bella were in, Keith were in, and I says, oh, it's, you know, Ian were in. I says, it's just like good old days when we're all together, you know what I mean? So, and I says, you know, I really enjoyed it on Monday and I think basically that's why I were a bit disheartened this morning. You know, we had such a good laugh on Monday with everybody in that, you know, I don't know. I mean, I suppose everybody, same as I say, goes through these stages and Yeah, well, you see, I mean, it were like, yeah, Keith's telling me to CCTV user, Keith both saying learn. But you see, what's that one that you've been using on your phone? KineMaster.
KineMaster Pro.
Yeah.
Easy.
Chris has been he went out with the Osmo and he's been doing the editing on his phone, and he uses that KineMaster, and he says, sweetheart, he says, it's a doddle if you're doing it on your phone and on KineMaster and everything. So same as I say, I mean, it's down to Bella that I got into the canvas. She was the one that recommended the thumbnails. I'm getting quite quite artistic with the thumbnails. I mean, this is a testament. I've even got Chris asking me to do his now as well. So yeah, that's it, Bella. Same as I say, we had such a blast on Monday. We had a laugh, and and I really enjoy. And I think that's sort of why, one of the reasons why I don't know why I felt a bit disheartened this morning. I think, well, we had such a fantastic day on Monday. We all had a laugh, and then sort of for nobody to be coming this afternoon. And if anyone, you guys want a free profession editing program, yeah, Chris has tried that DaVinci, but he found it. He found it. Chris, you found that a bit difficult, didn't you?
Well, when it's much difficult, I don't think a laptop could handle it.
Oh,
Tammy's going now.
Okay, then. Thank you for coming in, Tammy, and I do appreciate it. I will do. So yeah, I mean, Chris did try that DaVinci Resolve, but it could. How can I get it? When there's certain like editing things you get into when you get the knack of it, just like that. Chris found it hard going.
Agreed, Dennis.
I was going to say something then, Dennis, but I'm not. I'm not going to swear. I'm too much of a lady to swear. Yeah, we will do, Tammy. I used to like Dennis, but I don't like him anymore.
A divorce room now, Dennis.
Yeah, that's it. We're getting a divorce, Dennis. I used Adobe Premiere Pro for years, so not interested in having to relearn a program. I'm only joking, girls. Don't kill me. Remember that next time we visit you or you visit us.
Dennis, can you remember that place where you said, "Oh, it's a good place to hide a body"? Well,
yeah. Keith says, Dennis, when you look at all the credits on TV, it's nearly all women that do the editing. Editing is a form of art.
It is.
It's okay, Pixie. I'll share a bed with you, buddy. It's not Chris that's in bad books. It's Dennis.
Yeah, I'm a good boy, me.
So, but yeah, same as I say, I suppose it's only like when Bella showed me the Canva, it took me quite a while to get into that, but now I'm getting quite artistic at it. I suppose it's only like that. The more you use it, the better you get at it, if you know what I mean.
Don't be editing, hobby love.
Bugger off, I'm already doing your thumbnails half at time. Baby steps and all.
Baby steps, you've not turned the war on yet.
It's like let's take for instance, didn't you go to he went to Lady Bower. So I says to him, I says, normally I'd use like a still, because obviously he takes pictures on the drone, he takes pictures on the Osmo Pocket. So I'd asked him if he'd got any stills, and he says, yeah. And I says, how big is Mr. P's doghouse in the back?
Good day, Chris. What day was that?
So anyway, so we went to Lady Bower Dam. It came back, and normally, same as I say, he'd take some stills, some photographs, and I'll say, have you took any stills yet? And I make a thumbnail out of the still. But this particular time, I wanted it to, how can I put it, stand out a bit more. So I Googled Lady Bower Dam, and there's actually what they call sinkholes. And it's like when the water rises.
Plug hole, not a sinkhole.
Well, I don't know whether it's a sinkhole or a plug hole, you know.
Sinkhole's what's in the ground and that, you know. It's a plug hole. A water escape.
Well, anyway, it's a plug hole, and it's like these round things. And when the water rises, to get shut of the excess water, it goes down these plug holes. So I says to Chris, I says, it'd be a lot more dramatic if we got a picture of water actually going into these plug hole things. So I Googled it, and there were actually a picture of water going down this sinkhole. So the title of it was Lady Bower Dam, filmed on the Mavic Pro and the Osmo Pocket. So what I did is I put the sinkhole on the main thumbnail, and then I put a picture of the Mavic Pro in one corner and the Osmo Pocket in the other. And you know, I did it in like bright yellow lettering, so it, you know, it stood out and everything. And sort of by the time I'd downloaded it, Bella says my son-in-law has just got a flash of new editing software. No bugger can get their heads round it. but yeah, it's a case of the more comfortable you get in doing these thumbnails, the more creative you get. I mean, I'm sure Bella will agree with me, because I love a lot of Bella's thumbnails. And oh.
What's the free open source software?
I'll tell you in a minute. Think you should learn Blender.
Blender? I thought it was about cooking then. I think Blender. I missed every conversation.
Oh, he's on the back of the bus again, Keith. Is the boy on the back seat again, Keith? So yeah, you know, but you see, the thing is as well, with Callum being officially a student now, it opens a lot of doors as regarding, you know, GoPro editor is pretty good too. I think you. I'm going to say I think you've used that. How can I put it? I mean, I'm sure Bella will agree with me. I mean, we're not the brightest tool in the box when it comes to technological stuff. It was like earlier on when I was saying to Chris, well, that live stream that I set up for earlier on, how do I delete it? I didn't even know how to delete it.
Hey, Wakey!
Hiya, Wakey, how are you? I don't know, Bella. You'll have to ask an Australian.
There's choppers when you need it.
Yeah, I'm going to say. He hadn't got anything actually. Let me just show you something. He's got to do this for. Oh, that's my phone gone on the floor. Sorry about that. He's got to set this up first, and it's like
3D software.
Your student account. He's got to like set up a student account first. So you know, you've got basically to go and create an account, and it says it says want to get online, get your student account up and running, and get connected. Well, read on. We've devised the best tips to get you started. Once you're up and running, you can explore our brand new My Hub, which opens a world of cashless purchasing from the canteen, shop, printing, class timetables, bus guides, and much more. It says, can you use the GoPro editor if you haven't got a GoPro? I don't know. After you've activated your account, you'll get 1 gigabyte of storage that is regularly backed up by our IT team, so you'll not lose your hardware. This is called your home drive. So yeah, it goes on to tell you how to set up a you know, a student account. You know.
Blender.
So yeah, so you know, it opens the world of possibilities once he's set his student account up. But officially, he ain't classed as a student till Monday. That's sort of these. It started yesterday, but it were only for 3 hours. Like it's like a 3-day induction period. The same as I was saying earlier on, he's got his timetable, and the only day he does a full day is Mondays. So have you had a look for it?
What? Blender?
Yeah.
Please put a link here.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, yeah. So, yeah.
I saved it to bookmark.
It starts on Monday at 9 o'clock. It's there all day till 4:15, but that's the only full day that it does. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, it's only there till after 12:15, 12 o'clock, and they don't go in at all on Fridays. So, go on then. So, yeah. So, you know, same as us, says it can't be bad. Monday's only full day that he has to do. Okay then, Dennis, I'll see you again then. So yeah. Where's he studying? It's college, and it's only like 2 tram stops down road. It's Granville College. It's all right, I'll show you his badge thing that he got. Oh, sugar. Knocking everything flying. Yeah, that's his ID badge. CCTV uses student discount card is Andy Perk. Keith's put another link in Autodesk. Best software, and for students it's free. But yeah, that's his card thing. You can see his ugly mush on it. And apparently, because we're on universal credits and everything, he gets £2.60 a day to spend on meals. And when you see, when they go into college, he has to swipe that when he goes in.
Oh, well, the problem is dinners cost £2.61.
So anyway, so when they go into the college on a daily basis, he has to swipe that card. And apparently, what I got told today was, as soon as he starts proper on Monday, the minute that he swipes that card on entry to the college, that £2.60 goes on this card. So like when he goes to the canteen, and he gets his £2.60 meal or whatever he's having, he just does that with cash register and it'll take it off whatever's on the card. Yeah, I sorted that out last week actually. Because he's like still in full-time education, because they asked me how long the course is, and I says, well, because there's like 3 levels, and he's gone in at the entry level, I says it's like for a year, and then they like re-enroll for another year, and then when that's done, they enroll for another year. So all in all, yeah, we do get it until he's 19. But funny thing is, because his birthday's in November, it's like we've still, with the child benefit, because his birthday, it was 16 in November, he's still got child benefit till September. So like, which made him 16 and a half. So basically, he'll get it for another 3 years. So basically, I've been here enough 20 by the time that stops. Yeah. Same as I say, we'd had a letter come saying, you know, on such and such a date in September, your child benefit stops unless they're going into further education. So I rang them up and I just says, yeah, he's enrolled at, you know, what's the course he's doing. I told him what college is he going to, address and everything. So I would imagine that they check up, you know, what college you were going to. I says, right, that's it. And it's carried on. What do you mean full-time education is only a part-timer? But yeah, you know, I mean, same as I said to Chris, yeah, it's only £20, but it's better in my pocket than it is in anybody else's. So, yeah, and I was as well. My birthday's 22nd of September. And I mean, I were like Callum, I was nearly 16 and a half by the time I left. Because my birthday were in September, so I had to stop on a bit longer. I had to laugh at that with Keith when he says, I mean, do you want to come up, Keith? You know, I can
Oh, see you later, Chris.
Okay, then see you later. Probably pop in Steve's in about an hour. So Wakey is his late July. He says he will one at youngest. Yeah, and that's what I said. I says it's better in our pocket than it is in theirs. So we've just got the bursary thing to sort out. And by I mean bursary, because he's got to have the chef whites and everything. Like a skull cap, and he's got to have knives and everything. And the you know, the gear order form, and altogether it's about 143 quid. And basically I says to Callum, I says, well, there's no way we can afford that. I says, just on, you know, on chef's whites and knives and whatever. So he took a screenshot of this thing, and it says for people that are on universal credit on a low income family, it's like a bursary. So it were, you know, I rang up about it, and they said basically we got a letter saying, oh, you've got to must have been a cold bonfire night. I could tell you a tale about that.
Oh.
So anyway, we got told that once he'd enrolled, he'd get this bursary. Enrolled, we still didn't get it. I rang them up, and then they says, well, once it's actually officially started, then, you know, there's that many applying for this bursary, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, Bella's with it, can't see.
Oh, yeah. Okie dokie then. Yeah, don't forget to text me and let me know when you're back, Bella. they give you knives. Is the crime rate that bad? It's all to do with the course it's doing this catering and hospitality, and it's not just knives. The knives, balloon whisk, thermometer. I've got this somewhere, but I don't know where it is. I don't know where I've put it. So yeah, but I mean, it's like you've got to have the trousers. You've got to have protective steel toe cap footwear. You need trousers. You need the top with the college name on it and with Callum's name on it. Aprons, you know, and it all adds up. You know, £143 odd, £143 odd worth. As soon as I say, it were initially, well, you get this bursary once he's enrolled. Rung him up when he enrolled. He's actually got to start college, and I rang him again this morning. But we'd had the email saying that every day when you sign in, you'll get £2.60 loaded onto your card for meals while you're in college. How do you protect yourself with a balloon whisk? But yeah, but it's something that he's got to have because it's the nature of the course. You know, they've got to have the, what do you call them? Is it steel things to sharpen your knives and bloody palette knife, and you know, it's the tools of the trade basically. You know, it's got to have them if it you know it.
Keeper once is finished or what?
Eh?
Did you get to keep them once?
Yeah, because the engraved with, it's all right. Chris has just asked me if he gets to keep them once he's, you know, once he's finished his course, and I said, because you see, as part of it, they engrave his name on the knives and whatever. So the, you know, like let's say for instance, he leaves the balloon whisk lying about. Everybody knows that it's Callum's because it's got his name on it.
Yeah, nobody can nick it, basically.
Yeah, well, it's not just that. It's the fact that obviously, if you know, let's say they're doing a cake or whatever, and he accidentally leaves something lying about, or if forgets where he's put it, if anybody picks it up, they know it's Callum's because it's you know, it's got his name engraved on it. See, it's like the tops and the clothing. They have to have these tops, but they've got a logo of the college and the name of the college, but it also has his name on the clothing as well. I ain't got a clue. It says Victorinox or Smithfield. I ain't got a clue. But anyway, I rang them this morning and I said, like, look, he's officially a college student now. I says, but and she more or less says, well, no, actually, these 3 days is like an induction. Everybody has to go through the induction process. Officially, it's not a college student until he starts his course, which is Monday. So, and she says, well, don't worry about it. She says, there's quite a few, like the Hair and Beauty, they have to have proper uniforms and everything. And the knives, I ain't got a clue what they are. All I know is the expensive ones. Let's just put it. Yeah. But yeah, you know, I mean, like when they do Hair and Beauty, they have to have these special uniforms, and you know, because they don't just do catering and hospitality at that college. It's like Hair and Beauty, and I think do they do art as well? I think they do art, and they do like carpentry and bricklaying, and it's like a bit of everything at that college. But you remember, yeah, and I were only saying other day, I can remember me and Chris sitting on edge of bed waiting on pregnancy test.
Yeah.
When we thought we were pregnant, you know, and we're both sat on edge of bed waiting to see results of this pregnancy test. You know what I mean? It's it's like it was just yesterday, you know. And but I mean, if you know, if anything, I mean, same as I say, he says you're only chopping apples or something today, and he come home with plaster on. I says, well, that's not, you know, first time he does any manual work, and he ends up with plaster on his finger, and he hadn't even started course proper yet. He'd probably come home with one of his fingers missing, knowing our Callum.
You come and Callum,
You need to take him to A&E. Yeah. Chris was pregnant too.
Yeah, because he says when we're both pregnant.
Yeah, when we found out we were pregnant, well, you know, that's talk metaphorically.
But you know, it has got a bit big these last 6 months, so it could be.
Yeah, Ray says so proud of it. You know, you can't. Can I put it? He did his exams, and when we went to fetch his exam results, he was saying, "Oh, I don't think I've done very well," you know, blah blah blah. But he was quite surprised at how well he'd done, and I think he surprised himself. You know, and like me and Chris were beaming from ear to ear. You know, his baby's not his baby anymore. He's going to college. You know. Well, I'll tell you something, if men were pregnant, there wouldn't be many being born.
Shell them out like peas, we will.
Yeah, right. I don't think so.
Yeah, easy. We'll be saying, no.
Yeah, right. Next. Yeah, right.
You know, cricket, and I've got wicket keepers with big gloves on.
Yeah.
That's what Mercer would be like.
You don't know your born mate.
You know, Lucy.
There won't be any born if men had got to give birth, I tell you. Us women are made of stronger stuff, I tell you. Yeah. First twinge and Crispy saying, give me an epidural. I want pethidine. I want epidural.
I won't even have gas there.
Yeah, right. You see, I managed on gas and air when I were having Callum, so it was sort of, I was saying, oh, I need an epidural. She says, it's too late, dear. She says, you know, it's coming, whether you like it or not. So I managed on just gas and air with Callum, and that's first time. Callum was my fourth. And it was the only time I'd sort of not had an epidural or, you know, or some sort of pain relief.
I think 4 days too late.
Yeah. Oh, we were talking about that bonfire night, weren't we? Well, I've got a tale to tell you about that. Callum was actually due on the 4th of November, right? Did you see that? Yeah, I did. Yeah. You could be twins. If you look closely, you could be mistaken for twins. Yeah. I forgot what I was saying now. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was due on the 4th of November. So anyway, we'd invited some friends over to have fireworks this particular night because I hadn't got no signs of coming on day you were due. So we had some friends over and we went out into the back garden to we didn't have a bonfire, we just had fireworks. So anyway, I were obviously 9 months pregnant. So Chris took me a chair out. I sat on the backyard. And Chris and his mate were putting the fireworks in to let them off. So anyway, they put this particular one in, and all of a sudden, there was this boom, and all I could see were these sods of grass flying past me, and I got it all in my hair, and I'd got it all on my t-shirt and everywhere. So I went, what happened there? And he says, I think we put it in upside down. we had a ready-made fish pond in garden. You know, not that we'd intended to have one, but
they were putting it right way around and it was boring.
yeah, and sort of they let another one off about 10-15 minutes later, and they put it in the right way, and we were they stood there with the hands on the hip, and they says, well, it's not same if you put it in right way. But yeah, and I says to Chris, I says, well, I says, it were due yesterday. I says, if that don't get me started off, I don't know what it is. You know, all sods of grass in my hair and all over my t-shirt and everywhere. You know, I'd got grass and, you know, it were like Mount Vesuvius going off. You know what I mean? All these sods of grass flying through there. Anyway, I went for a checkup and says, oh, we'll start you off on 10th. But I didn't need starting off because it came on 8th anyway. So, but Callum were all right, wary. You know, he didn't want to go anywhere in a hurry, so we stayed in there for another 4 days. But yeah, you know, I mean, if you'd have been there, you'd have laughed your socks off, because, as I say, I'm sat there on this chair, and all of a sudden this sods of grass and everything got flying past me. And okay then, Wakey. So as I say, I'll probably not be going on for a lot longer. I'll probably leave it till about 10:30, and you know. So I was just saying about you come home with an injury and it's only its second day. Yeah. I said we might be getting a phone call saying, can you come and take Callum to A&E? He's chopped under his finger off. But yeah, same as I say, we can laugh about it now, but I mean, at the time, you know, it were raining sods of grass and mud and everything, you know, and same as I said, you know, it'll be something to sort of tell Callum's future girlfriends, you know, he liked staying where he were, even blowing back garden up didn't make any impression on him, you know, he stopped where he were for 4 days. So, but it were a bit, same as Chris says, it were a bit of a letdown, because it once he put it in right way, it were, oh God, this is a bit tame compared to last one that we did. Think so, after it blew off at garden up. Steve says he's going to have to start calling Eagle VP son. You could be twin brothers. Oh dear. But ain't it funny what, like, you find amusing nowadays, you know? I mean, we've had a right laugh about it since, but you know, I mean, it's like nowadays, you know, I mean, we didn't get any fireworks or anything last year because obviously Callum's at that age where he's not bothered. But you sit there and you know, you like one and it's like, and that's it. You know what I mean? Yes, Dad. You know, compared to back in the day, I mean, you got bangers and you got all sorts in, you know, back in the day. I mean, compared to nowadays, I mean, a lot of the fireworks nowadays are tame compared to, you know, when I were a kid.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah, if you can hear a meowing, it's Tucker. Callum saying good night. His ritual at night.
Sorry to come disturbing you.
So. I mean, if anybody wants to come on for about half an hour, 20 minutes, I mean, just Dad, can I have a new computer? You know, just say the word and I'll put the link in. And oh, we had a bit of confusion the other day. Chris writing about when I went live on Monday, and he says, send me link. So I emailed it to him. And I kept saying, well, I've sent Chris link and he ain't come in yet. And I forgot to check in StreamYard because there's like a backstage waiting area. And I forgot to check it. And he sat there waiting for me to add him, and I forgot. So by the time when he come in and he says, I've been sat in backstage waiting area for about half an hour. He says, yeah, you have to keep checking it. Keith says, night part-timer, 20 years of child maintenance. Oh dear. Oh dear. So if anybody does want to come on for the last 20 minutes, I mean, just let me know. Does Keith want to come on? And just let me know and I'll put the link in. And so there we go. So yeah, we'll have to make this a regular thing, coming live on of a night time. I've had quite an enjoyable night. We've had a few laughs. So yeah, I mean, has anybody else got any funny stories to tell? I mean, I'm here telling you all our funny stories about blowing garden up and Chris waiting in a different stream. Oh, he's too pissed. Oh, that don't matter. So
stopped him before.
Did you hear that, Keith? Says it's not stopped you before. So, same as I say, I want to finish about 10:30, and then we can join Mark. I think it's on his channel tonight. So, and that's the reason why I went about 8:30. I thought, well, if I do a couple of hours, it'll not coincide with either Mark or Steve going live. So yeah. I've got Chris is not here with me. Yeah, strongest stuff we on at the moment, Keith, is coffee till weekend.
Till beers come on. I'm not on my antibiotics.
Yeah, you should be finished antibiotics by then, shouldn't you? So at the moment he can't drink while he's on. Hey, George is back.
Hey up, George, it's not past your bedtime.
It's only 10:15. Mind you, having said that, Callum's gone to bed. I mean, and he's nearly 17, so. But Callum's one of these that he likes his sleep. You know, he gets a bit grouchy, like another certain person that I not mention.
Whatever.
If they don't get, the full 8 hours, sometimes 9, 10 hours, you know what I mean? Mentioning no names. I can go to bed, wake up 2 hours later, and I'm wide awake. And that's the reason why I come down here more often than not. Funny thing is, though, when were it? What day were it? Sunday night.
No,
anyway, we went to bed, and I actually didn't wake up till 7:30 next morning. Now that's a rarity for me. I've got a terrible sleep pattern. Same as I say, I can go to bed, go to sleep, wake up 2 hours later, obviously to go to the toilet, and I'm wide awake. But this particular night, and it's same as I say, it's very, very rare, and it only happens once in a blue moon. I didn't get up. I didn't get up for a wee at night. I slept right through till 7:30 next morning, and that is a very rare for me. So it's
like when it not rain, never happens.
Yeah, well, hardly ever happens. So yeah, it is a rarity, and if you see me online on Facebook, like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, you'll know why. I've had a couple of hours. I wake up. I come down here. I have a glass of water. I take some tablets, and I sort of wait until I'm, you know, I'm virtually nodding off before I go back to bed. So, you know, but it's, you know, I mean, I saw on one of my friends' Facebook, she says, oh, what am I doing? There were a picture of coffee, and she says, what am I doing at this time in the morning? I think it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, drinking coffee. And I went, it's called old age. You know, it comes to us all eventually. And that's what you get, old age. So this is the thing as well. When Callum were on about other day, and he says, oh, I'm getting old now. I went, you're not even 17, Callum. I says, you're not, you know, I says, it's when you get to my age, I says, when you can say that you're getting old. You know, he thinks he's old and he's not even 17 yet. So yeah, I mean, his perception of being old is getting to nearly 17 and is old. So, you know, wait till you get to man in your dad's age, I says, and then, you know, then you can say you're getting old. So, well, what I'm going to do, guys, yeah, I know I've got 8 watching. I'm going to shut it down now, finish my coffee off, and I'll try and do this on a regular basis at evening time. And obviously, I'll stick to routine Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'll probably be live again Friday evening. So I want to thank everybody for coming in. I want to thank everybody for your support, your kind words, and everybody for joining me. Yeah, and when I say I appreciate it, you know I appreciate it. So I want to thank everybody, and I do appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one, probably Friday evening. So I'll see everyone later. Bye.